Next question comes from Maxwell on Blue Sky. I'm going to give you first crack at this one, Jeremy. Favorite draft for the Twins? Any favorite years stand out to you? I bet you have a good answer for this.
I got 3.
Okay.
Okay. My favorite draft from the Twins going back to 2012.
Wow.
Byron Buxton, Jose Barrios.
Nice.
Taylor Rogers, Tyler Duffy. Loved it.
That's really good.
I mean, Byron Buxton, he's struggled, but I think and struggled staying healthy. When he's been healthy, he's been unbelievable, right? He's an MVP type player.
Yep.
When he's healthy. Jose Barrios made everybody believe in growing your own pitcher again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Undersized. Keith Law hated him. Other people loved him. He shows up and takes the ball every 5 days for all years that he was a Twin.
Mm-hmm.
He gets traded. I think a lot of people hated that idea because they wanted Jose Barrios to be a Twin forever. And he's super likable. Like, if he comes back on the mound,
yeah,
Twins fans are going to cheer him. Taylor Rogers was great. Tyler Duffy comes in as a young guy and keeps that team in the playoff hunt, like, single-handedly. That was amazing, and then was a really good relief pitcher before he kind of fell off. That's my favorite draft. My second favorite draft, 2001.
Okay.
It only produced Joe Mauer. But you draft Joe Mauer, you make
that's a Hall of Famer.
The playoff runs. Yeah, I mean, a Hall of Famer for sure, but the playoff runs, he never won a game, but he made the playoffs a lot and lost. Joe Mauer, without Joe Mauer, Target Field doesn't get built, right? The whole trajectory of the franchise changes because the Twins draft Joe Mauer and not Mark Prior. Mm-hmm. And so as a Twins fan, it's hard to not put that up at the very top. And then my third favorite draft that hasn't bared a lot of fruit yet is the 2022 draft, because it's all those pitchers, and it's been so fun to follow. We saw Zebby do his thing. You're super high in Andrew Morris. Corey Lewis is going to jump back into this. Connor Prelip is going to be a real thing, and that doesn't even mention a few of these other guys.
Brooks Lee, top of that draft.
And Brooks Lee, fell to them and wasn't great last year. But that to me is my third favorite draft, and I only went 3 deep.
Yep. I'm not going to add to that. You answered that question perfectly. What I will say is one thing. There's an inflection point to me in Twins drafting. I've thought way too much about this in recent years, and it's 2021 onwards is where things started to get great. 2019 first round pick was who? Keone Cavaco. 2020.
Yeah, but they drafted Wallner and Steer too. Like, I feel like that was a good draft.
20. It was 20, but they've always done well with middle rounds, and I think they've started to do better and better with their earlier picks too. I guess is what I'm driving towards. 2020 was a mess, but that was Sabato. That pick didn't work out. Then 2021, you had Chase Petty, who's a top 100 prospect with the Reds now. They traded all of these guys away, but you also had Gabe Povich in the majors with the Orioles, Christian Encarnacion Strand in the majors with the Reds. And then 2022, you talked about 23 could also end up being a banner year. I mean, you lucked into the number 5 pick, but you got Walker Jenkins. You took Charlie Soto at 34. You took Brandon Winokur. There's just a ton of interesting guys. So, yeah, that was a fun question. Thanks, Max.